Hey folks, we're walking in a parking lot. That is my vehicle charging there on the level 3 DC fast charger because that one's free, but out of those two only one works. Anyways, I'm at these chargers a lot because we need to charge and the range on EVs goes down quite frequently. But good thing is I've driven 9,000 miles and only had to spend around $34 charging publicly once. And that was super overpriced, and that was the $34. I didn't charge all the way. So that can show you that just using the fast charger, if I wanted to charge all the way, would have cost me equivalent like what a full tank of premium gas would be. That's crazy, like 60 bucks. Anyway, so I only did that once ever, and I realized, whoa, that's way too expensive. And the only reason I did that was because I was moving and I took a week off from work. And I couldn't use the chargers at my previous work where they let you, but obviously I couldn't do it when I wasn't there. So I had to do that once. And then the next time, the only other time I ever got charged was 10 cents from these chargers because I accidentally forgot and I disconnected it a couple seconds too late. Whoops. It takes a couple seconds for it to disconnect. So, but anyways, it was like 34, I don't know, and a half bucks ever charged out of 9,000 miles, almost 9,000. We're at like 89.53 or whatever. So that's pretty cool. We're doing an update here, another update walking in the parking lot. So recently we've had kind of like this little transformation where we started walking every night. We started losing some weight, so I lost like 15 pounds recently. I'm super excited about that. I started reading. I started, just self-development stuff, self-improvement. Started heading to the gym. I can't do it every day because of work, and with that EV range there, you have to plan out your routes, and it takes time out of your day to just charge. But for example, right now, instead of waiting in my car, it's a little bit warmer weather than it was yesterday. Like yesterday when I started walking the parking lot, it was super freezing. It was like 42 degrees. So my hands started like cracking from the cold, and I was like, yeah, I did my 10,000 steps, but it's not fun. Today's way better. Today is 54 degrees, and I love my Apple Watch for the step counters and GPS and tracking the workouts, especially when you're swimming. I think that's super cool. But number one thing is we're going to start doing DoorDash, Uber a lot more. We did a little bit today. We have to change my DoorDash status because previously, speaking of, guess who just is coming by? I think that's the same guy from last night that was taking more than an hour and a half. Yeah, he's turning around now. He is going to wait because I'm going to be courteous. I'm going to go after 30 minutes, but he's going to have to wait unless it's a different guy driving the exact same white one. Who knows? But yesterday I was waiting for him. I'm assuming. I don't know. You can't assume. Maybe it's totally different guy, but we'll have it wait. That's funny though. So the status is I would have 10% acceptance, and I would deny everything and cherry pick the best orders. And we'd sometimes get good stuff if you're camping out right by the sushi places or by a steakhouse or Lazy Dog or whatever. So there was some minor success of that, but there was many hours where you're waiting and you're not getting anything and you're just wasting time, especially in this case, wasting energy. And it's not just, let me go to the gas station refill. No, it's wasting even more of your precious time. So what can you do? In this case, I started reading more into it, and one guy said, okay, it's going to suck at first. You're going to have to accept a bunch of bad orders. But if you get to the gold and the platinum status, you get higher acceptance. You get the Dash Now feature, so instead of having to schedule and wait, and many times I'm not even able to do anything, they changed the whole system, where before it was way easier to do it. Now you get access to the premium orders. So with the premium orders, you're able to make a little bit more money, hopefully. And I saw people are able to make $1,000, $2,000 per week. They're doing it full time, but even part time on the weekends, that's the big thing. Sundays you can make a decent amount of money. So we're going to be doing that. Uber Eats as well. I really kind of don't want to do Uber and Lyft where you're actually driving people because that could damage your vehicle, and at least you don't really want that. But we'll see how that goes. The guy left, or gal, we don't know. Maybe that wasn't the same person, but I just looked. I was literally looking as he was leaving. I'm at 13 minutes, 30 seconds now. So as soon as it gets to like 29, 30, 29, 40, that's usually when I disconnect. That's the other thing. It kind of sucks. You don't even get the full 30. You get 29. Because by the time you plug it in, you start it, it doesn't actually start charging until like 28 seconds in. Super weird. One time it took 40 seconds for it to even start. Now you can't also disconnect it at 59 because then it starts charging you like that one time. Super not cool. So I usually disconnect early because I don't want to get charged or whatever. But anyways, I've set myself a lofty goal that within the next 100 days, I want to do a full transformation. Financially, it's not going to be a full transformation, but it may be a better transformation, that's for sure. I want to work more hours. I want to do, second job, Uber, DoorDash, all that gig work, just to get as much cash rolling in as possible to hopefully reduce all these late fees, overdraft fees, all that stuff, because it adds up. It's exponential, right? It rolls over from 1 month to the next month, and then it starts growing and it gets out of control. And I don't like that. I hate that. I want to also pay down my credit cards, so my credit score, which took a dive recently, goes back up, and hopefully eventually we're able to start building those limits again, which will exponentially grow that credit score, because it's super hard to grow if you have a $500 credit card limit, because especially when there was 2 weeks unemployment, then you went to a job that you're making less money now, it's like, it's super tough. At Aston Martin, it's not really going so great financially speaking, so it's a little tough right now, but that's also why we're going to be doing other stuff after work on my off days, just to, it's Sunday, instead of relaxing, we're out grinding. And that's also why I have to charge this car every day now, because, we're putting on miles, but I need the money. Money's kind of important because I need to pay bills. Like car insurance is going to be late right now, but it'll get paid. It's going to be late a couple days. It's not going to kill them. It's not going to impact my report. So that's the number one thing. I wish it could be paid, and that's why we're going to be working more. So hopefully we were able to finally get out of this. But I also have a couple plans where not only do I want to pay all the bills, but I set out this 100-day plan where, okay, we lose weight, we pay all the stuff that I'm behind on, and also get ahead of it, start paying an entire month early. And once we get there, then I want to celebrate by going to Poland. I haven't been to Poland in like 3 years. And also we need to pay my aunt back. We paid her partially back. We paid her like half. So I want to pay her back. I want to pay my mom back. I want to pay my wife back. I want to pay all these people back. And I'm only going there to celebrate if I'm able to do that. So it's kind of a huge lofty goal financially speaking, but also I want to, get closer to finishing my degree in that 100 days, because now that's been delayed recently just because we've been working more, because since I wasn't able to pay the bills, education kind of took a secondary role. I was supposed to finish in June, like the very beginning of June. Well, that's been pushed to like August now. So whoops daisies, but it is what it is. It's not like that degree is gonna help me overnight, it's gonna take time. So that is totally fine. And the number one thing is we want to prepare ourselves for next year. So hopefully we move out of this really, really not so great apartment. Like the shower handle fell off recently. The laundromats, there's no way to recharge them. 3 weeks later, and I already filed a complaint with the company that is in charge of the laundromats, but I guess a week later, nothing has been done about that. So that's great. Can't do laundry. Have to go to my mom's house. So it's rough. But we did that update. We're excited about what's going to be happening soon, because there's going to be a lot. We're going to grind. We're going to work hard. And hopefully we're going to get out of this mess. And I'm super excited to share that on the journey with you. Anyways, we're going to head back to our car, get ready for tomorrow. And you have a great night. Take care.